Well, I told you guys that this would all be relaxed, and I'm quite literally sitting here in my room wearing a robe. So this is about as honest and unkempt as it gets. Decided to just record another video real quick. Feeling kind of, well, to be honest, shitty the last couple days. Feeling good now, though, a little bit better. A lot of that's just due to my back, which I realize that some people also haven't heard about this. So, a little bit of a backstory. Not much. Back in December, I started having some pain up here in my neck. At the very top, right next to where it connects to my skull. Well, went in and got it x-rayed, and come to find out, I have arthritis in the top 3 vertebrae of my back. For an unknown reason. Could have been something stupid like falling over, something like that. Nobody really knows. But it caused the arthritis, which then started kind of slowly, not seizing up my neck, but making it extremely difficult to move left to right. And so I'm on that's another interesting thing that's happened in the past little whiles, and I'm on a year-long journey to try to repair that. I have a traction device. In fact, I think I have it over here. Let me show you guys. Yep, right over here. So, this guy right here. So, it's got a kind of a curve to it. And let me take it out of here so you can kind of see what exactly it is. There we go. Think of it as like braces for your neck. Basically, I lay down on it and it helps to slowly prop up my neck and restore the proper curvature, because effectively what has happened is my spine now, instead of having the natural curve that it's supposed to, it's more or less straight. So that's what we're attempting to fix right now, which was what part of made the past couple days such a crapshoot. Since we're doing that, it's causing the rest of my back to slowly restructure itself all the way down. So like right now, I've never had upper and mid back pain. It's always been like, oh, lower, I just need an adjustment and I'm good. No, this is all upper and mid as it's kind of restructuring itself all the way down from a position that's been sitting in for years, and it hurts. And so I had to take a nice long hot bath today, but regardless, it's given me some interesting things to think about, because as I'm going about... Hello? Yeah, that's just somebody upstairs. It's all good. Anyways, as I'm going about my day-to-day business, it kind of brings out the cynic in you, and you kind of start to think about... You get really short-tempered with yourself and start to think about, okay, why am I doing what I'm doing, and what can I do wrong? Now, luckily, that didn't take a bad turn. That was just... actually took a turn for the better, where I started thinking, okay, what can I do right now to make this situation better? Because for better or for worse, I have left the security of a job in my life, and I have no intentions of going back if I can help it. And so because of that, I now have although a lot less responsibility to somebody else, a lot more responsibility to myself, because I'm the one that has to make sure the bills are paid in any way, shape, or form possible. Now, the advantages are that the possibilities are quite literally endless as to what I could do, what I want to do, etc. But that makes it more difficult in other ways, because I have to have the drive to be able to get them done. In the past couple of days, that's been hard. Because it's very different when, like, you have a set responsibility to go to work and to get it done. You kind of, for the most part, you don't really question it. You just know you have to get it done and just kind of push through. But when you're left with the option that you've given yourself at that point, that's when you really know if you have a good mental drive to keep yourself going. And that was really hard the past couple of days. And so I started to think to myself, well, what on earth could I do to make this easier, or what am I planning on doing to make this better? Which luckily I've had a couple good contacts with some friends in the past couple days that I think will be good in the end, and also ended up catching up with a friend I haven't seen in quite a while. And so I start thinking about, okay, well, no matter what I end up doing here, doesn't matter if it's cars, doesn't matter if it's video, doesn't even matter if it's detailing. All I want to do is make sure that I'm going to find something that I'm going to enjoy, or multiple things, and make money doing it. I'm not, although I enjoy the act of numbers and doing business and watching things grow and everything, that's not my primary purpose. My primary purpose is to take the things that I enjoy in life and find a way to make money, and hopefully decent money, doing them while keeping kind of the passion that I have for them intact, which is a very difficult balance to achieve. And, the number of people that actually truly achieve that is actually pretty slim, because you're not going to be a major commercial success doing that. Because in order to be a major commercial success, there has to be sacrifice in order to achieve that kind of success. And quite often that sacrifice is in kind of the passion and the details behind it. Now, it also depends on what your definition of success is. If your definition of success is growing a large business, then you've achieved it. If your definition of success is kind of the perfect quality product, you can't, just by sheer numbers alone, you quite often can't market like the 100% or even 95% quality product, because since it is the top echelon, you're not selling to 95% of people. But anyways, it's been kind of running through my head of like, man, what can I do? Can I, for instance, let's look at drums, something that a lot of you have known that I've done for years. What could I do to make money with that? And keep in mind, I haven't touched them in almost 3 years. It's just not been a priority recently. I've had other things going, and those other things have actually been, I'm glad that they became priority, because I learned a lot more doing that than I probably ever would have, either continuing with drums or even going to school. But, okay, I still have a several $1,000 drum set laying around, which I've tried to sell a couple times because I just haven't seen a use for it, and it's literally just money sitting there. Well, what can I, then the question becomes, what can I do that I would enjoy to earn money with that? And that's where I started thinking of maybe picking up being a session musician again. I don't know. I would need a lot of practice. I am out of shape. I used to be in very good shape in order to play that and keep up with it and be in good practice, but that's been gone for a little while. But you see where the questions start to become. Because since I am now attempting to be the maker of my own destiny, what destiny am I going to make? Because it better be a good one if it's going to sell. And you've got to end up making it good. And that's where the pressure kind of comes in, is it's your own pressure inside your own head, trying to figure out exactly how to make it all happen. I don't know. And really, honestly, I wasn't planning on recording today. I honestly was planning on these more becoming a weekly thing, but there had just been so many thoughts flowing through my head, not just with the drums, but similar structure to that, but with all, the other things that I would like to accomplish. And, mainly pertaining to if I'll actually have the, be able to generate the money to survive, and if I can't, what sacrifices are going to have to be made along the way. Because sadly, I'm a little bit stubborn, and there's certain things, like, for instance, my Stinger. I would, as funny as it sounds to some people, I would rather have that car than even, the house, for instance, that I mentioned last video. Now, that's not to say I'll sacrifice the house in pursuit of keeping the car. No, I will do everything in my power to keep both, because both, I think, are, in my mind, status symbols and... Sorry, let me take that back. Not status symbols, but kind of accomplishments or achievements to me. You know, the fact that I was able to find a way at 23 at the time, to get my hands on a $52,000 car in a way that I could afford it was to me, it was kind of although it happened very quickly, it was a lot of thought that went into it, and like, how can I actually do it? What can I actually afford? You know, the thought of, is it actually worth it, never even really occurred to my brain, because I knew in my mind it was worth it, because I had the justifications down as far as better miles per gallon, more reliability. I'm going to be doing a lot of miles. So luckily, I knew that new car was the route I was going to go, but just obviously, instead of a $25,000 Camry, it ended up being something more than double the price. But because of that was a proud moment in my life. And that car, to me, kind of marks it. Now, I'm not dumb. If I had to, I would get rid of it if I absolutely had to. But I'm sure you kind of get what I'm meaning, where I've kind of found out what I want in life to a degree, as far as what I need to be comfortable, and I've found out how I want to live, and I know how much that costs. And because of that, I now have to try to find a way to make that happen with the whole new situation that's been here. Life is just so damn weird. In all the good and bad ways. It's not just one, it's both. It's 100% both in both of those categories. We'll just have to see. Luckily, I'm, after kind of relaxing and kind of getting some of the pain out of my back, I feel a little bit better, but we'll just have to see how the end result plays out. But I think that's about it for today. I'll keep you all posted. There should be some interesting things in the mix, and hopefully I'm just crazy enough to pull them off, because I sure am crazy. There's no question about that. Just ask anybody that knows me. But anyways, have a good night, and I'm actually going to go to sleep so I can try to get an early start in the morning. Take care.